channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 alternatives to very popular baby names. A couple months ago, probably like a lot of months ago, I can't even remember, it's been a long time ago, I did the 10 baby names that we're not going to be using. Yes, this is still 10 baby names we're not going to be using, but those were southern names, and these are going to be alternative names to those really popular names that you see everywhere that are in all these classes at school. You don't want your kid to be one of 5 Britneys or 10 Michaels, you know what I'm saying? So I have got together some alternative names to sort of still give you that same vibe from that name, but it's something completely different that somebody might not share with them. It's more unique. So let's go ahead and jump on into the 5 girl names, and then we'll do the 5 boy names. So the first girl name is going to be Olivia. I love this name, but there are so many little Olivias, and they're all so beautiful, but everybody's name's the same. So I have come up with Olive. I think it is so adorable. I think it's more so adorable than Olivia is, and it's more unique. How many Olives do you hear of compared to Olivia's? I know there's going to be some people like, I'm not naming my child after a food. Completely understand. My husband wouldn't let me do it. So I would. But I know there's people that wouldn't do it. But I think Olive is a great alternative for Olivia. So if that's one of your choices and the reason you don't want to go for it is because it's so popular, then try that one. Next up is Charlotte. I think that's a very popular name, and it's so beautiful. All of these names are so beautiful or so handsome or so cute, so adorable. But Charlotte is so popular, so an alternative for Charlotte is going to be Charlie. I think it's adorable. It is a, you know, guy's name or girl's name. I know a couple of Charlies that are females, know a couple of Charlies that are males. It's pretty much across the board. You can name whoever, but I think for a girl, it's more so unique. You don't hear too many girl Charlies as you do boy Charlies. So if you're thinking about Charlotte, try Charlie. Number 3 is going to be Ava. I know so many little Avas, and I'm like, as great as that name is, I can't name my child a name that everybody else has. So a alternative for Ava is going to be Ada, spelled completely different. This is definitely more so unique. I don't know anybody personally that's named Ada. I know a bunch of Avas, but not Ada. So if that's something you're looking into, try Ada. Number 4 is going to be Elizabeth. I think I grew up in grade school with like 5 Elizabeths in my grade alone. So it's super popular, and I think that it's really beautiful, especially as a middle name. But if you can think of something that's a little bit different, not so popular, try Eloise. I think it's beautiful, and it's so unique. I mean, I think it's a book or something from like a long time ago, like a little kid's book or a movie or something. I know it's in my head and I can't think of what it is. But try Eloise. I think it's so different. It kind of reminds me of Elizabeth, but not so much. I think it's still very similar, but still very different at the same time. Number 5, the last girl's name is going to be Emily. I know a bunch of Emilys, like a lot of them. So an alternative to Emily, Ellery. I think it's really unique. I think it's so different, but so beautiful. I don't know, when I imagine names in my head, I imagine writing them out and seeing what they would look like, and the L's and the Y just seem so beautiful to me. Like, I imagine it hanging above a nursery crib. Like, I imagine stuff like that. I'm weird. So I imagine them writing it in cursive as they get older, and I just think Ellery would just be so beautiful written. So now it's time for the 5 boy names. First one is going to be Lucas. I know a lot of little Lucases. A lot of little Lucases. And I think a great alternative to Lucas is Luca. Just take off the S and run with it. I think it's very different. I think it's masculine, but I also think that it's appropriate for a baby. I think it's so weird when you're trying to think of a name, you're like, I can only imagine an old man, or I can only imagine a baby. Like, my mama's name is Sharon, and I can't imagine a baby Sharon. Maybe it's just because it's my mama, or maybe, I don't know. But I'm like, I can't imagine a newborn Sharon. Like, it just sounds so weird. I can imagine the age she is Sharon, but imagining a baby, so I'm always trying to think of, okay, this name would sound good when they're in high school, when they're in the senior citizen home, or when they're in the nursery at the hospital. Like, I try to think of names that's good for across the board, and I think Luca is a very good one. Name number 2 is going to be Caden. I know so many little Cadens. My mom has been in childcare. She is now a pre-K assistant teacher. So I've been around kids my entire life, and I've heard some crazy out there names, but like I said, I've heard a lot of the same popular names used over and over again, and I've always been very apt to trying to find something different. So for Caden, what about Camden? I think it's so cute. Now, some people might think it might be more so for a girl's name, but I think it would be great for a boy's name. Number 3 is going to be Noah. I love it. I love all names out of the Bible, but I think it's overdone and super popular. So instead, let's try Nolan. I think it's beautiful. I think it's masculine, but I also like a baby name. There I go again. But I think it's great. Still has the N-O at the beginning. There's so many alternatives for this name, but I really like Nolan. Number 4 is going to be Jacob. I actually have a cousin named Jacob. I think I went to school with like 6 Jacobs. So I definitely think there should be an alternative. And for that, I'm going to pick Jonah. There were so many different ones, but I think Jonah stuck out the most for me. I think it's still masculine. It still has a nice ring to it, so I definitely like Jonah. And the 5th one is going to be William. How many Williams do y'all know? Go ahead and think about it. That's a very popular man's name. So the alternative for this one is going to be Wesley. I know that might not even be the same for you, but to me, I think it's a great alternative. There were a lot of alternatives for this name, but I like this one the most, and I think it's different, but I also think there's a little bit of southernness in it, so of course I like that as well. Disclaimer, I am not pregnant. I know the last time I posted this 10 baby name video, everybody was like, oh my God. No. Calm down. I'm not pregnant. I just love all things baby, and I love helping people out that are having babies, and there's a lot of people that are pregnant right now that might not have a name for their baby. So I like to throw out a little help here and there, so I thought this would be a fun video. There went lady. So I thought this would be a fun video to film and just sort of look into baby stuff. I don't know why I like babies so much. Maybe once I have babies, I won't like them as much. I'll probably like them even more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below with your favorite baby name that you're not going to be using, to also help some more people out in the comment area. Maybe they might not like my 10. Maybe they'll like one of yours. So also give this video a like if you love babies. And don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. So I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. And thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.